I finally get to get on here and talk about a win. It wasn't a pretty win, but a win's a win, especially when you're in the state that the Philadelphia Eagles are in right now. I am beyond thrilled. We needed this one so bad. Um, I think all of you can relate to the feelings right now, how like badly we needed this one. Yeah, words can't even describe how much we needed this one and how big this win is. Especially with the schedule that we have coming up. It's not the easiest schedule, so but we do have a lot more home games down the stretch now. Like I think five or six of our 5 or 6 of our last 8 are at home, so that's definitely a good thing. Um, Next week, Seattle is on the road. That's a 4:30 game, and my bad, I was itchy. Itching back here. Um, yeah, Seattle's a road game next week. Definitely going to be a tough one. Their defense is something, and playing there, getting a victory there is not easy. Do I see us winning there? No, but are we capable of winning there? Absolutely. Because I think the Sunday night game is on right now, and it's them and the Patriots. The thing that scares me is they're playing in New England right now, in New England, with like their injury derailed team right now. Well, sort of injury derailed on the offensive side of things, and they're looking really good. So, and now next week we're playing them in Seattle. And obviously right now they're playing pretty well in New England, so that scares the hell out of me a little bit. But yeah, this win is just huge. We needed this one to get our winning record back and to just put another W in the column. And again, especially with Seattle coming up next week. And then after that, we have Green Bay at home on Monday night, who suck this year. So I think we should be able to take care of business on that one. And then after that, I think is Cincinnati on the road, which as long as we stop AJ Green, that should be a win. But you never know with these road games. The way we're playing on the road is just atrocious. And thank God a majority of our last games are at home, like I was saying before, because home compared to road is just atrocious. Like, home is the positive everything. We have yet to lose at home. But then the road comes into play, the away games, and it's just absolutely atrocious. Our first road game we won in Chicago week 2, and ever since we have yet to win on the road. So, yeah. This win was another one by 2 possessions. So we still have yet to win by less than, or by a possession or less. Well, you can't win by less than a possession, but still. That was tough to watch. I must say. That was definitely nerve-wracking to watch. What a Sunday, by the way. This freaking huge Eagles win to start my Sunday, and then shortly after that, Kyle just flies through the field in the last 100 laps and just rebounds his entire day of running in the mid-teens all day. Just completely flies through the field near the end of the race and advances to the championship for a race for back-to-back championships next week in Miami. No better Sunday than this. The only Sunday that'll top this Sunday is the friggin' Eagles beating Seattle somehow on the road next week. And I'm just gonna say this right now. Next Sunday would be complete if the frickin' if Kyle wins the championship. That's probably gonna be the main focus of my Sunday is the race. Don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna watch the Eagles game while the race is going on, but you know what? Actually, it's gonna be tough because the race is probably gonna be ending as soon as the Eagles game is it'll probably be about halftime-ish. late second quarter, halftime, because the game starts at 4:30. The race is at 2. The race will probably end about 5:36. So yeah, it'll be about second quarter, halftime, or a little bit later, depending on how many cautions there are. So yeah, that's gonna be tough, but I think I can make it happen. So yeah, next Sunday is gonna be crazy because I'm gonna have the Eagles playing on the road in Seattle, and then at the same time, I'm gonna have Kyle racing for a championship. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but back to the Eagles. Yeah, what was I talking about? So this game, let's address this game. I definitely like how we were running the ball today. Getting the run game established like we did today was really good. Like Matthews had over 100 yards, and that touchdown, and then Smallwood had 70. And I think Barner had like a run or two in there that were pretty good. So, yeah. So, oh, and then Sproles. Sproles didn't really run the ball today. He's Sproles' role was kind of like mixed match today. It was kind of like a little bit of running the ball, a little bit of catching the ball, a little bit of receiving. Like he was lined up as a receiver for a few plays. Like he was all over the place today. Yeah. So yeah, definitely a huge win. We definitely needed this one. My God, when Matthews got nailed, like helmet to helmet, like to a defenseless receiver, and they didn't call it, and it was still 15-13 at this time, Atlanta, and that didn't get called. Oh my goodness, like Jesus, that scared. Like, I just thought that right there was gonna completely just shift the momentum over to them, and they were just gonna take control of the rest of the game. But we were able to drive back down the field and get a touchdown, and then that was pretty much all she wrote after that. And then we got a Sturgis field goal. It was like a 48-yarder or something. It was no gimme, and he was able to nail it and win the game by 9. So yeah. The start was definitely good too. We came out firing. Like we came with a 3 and out on defense on the first possession to start the game, and then right after that we get the Matthews touchdown, just driving down the field. Negatives offensively today. DGB once again without a catch. And today Treggs didn't really. He was on the field at the beginning of the game, like in the first half for a little bit, but he didn't even touch the ball. And then I don't even think he played in the second half. So he was definitely limited today, as he was last week. But he was obviously a little bit more involved last week. But yeah. Other than that, this offense was pretty good. I was really impressed with the protection today. They were just giving Carson Wentz a ton of time. And Wentz today was good. No interceptions or anything. And he threw for like 240, 50, I think. Maybe 230. Somewhere in like 230s to 250s, somewhere in there. And the only real mistake that I saw him make today was when he had nothing but time to throw the ball and or run. Now, granted, he was moving like this, and the guy was behind him. He doesn't have like friggin' eyes on the back of his head, so I didn't really expect him to see him, but the guy just came up to the back of him and nailed him. But if there was any kind of mistake that he made today, that was about it. Was just that. And that was on like a first down, and that made it like 2nd and 15. So if any kind of mistake he made today, that was it. So definitely good game from Wentz today. But yeah. We had a couple drops today that ticked me off. Jordan Matthews, the one that he could have had to finish the game, to ice the game. Crap, hold on. Low power thing is coming up. And then Aguilar had one on a 3rd down. So, yeah, there were definitely a couple drops today that were like, are you serious? And then Yeah, this one was definitely nerve-wracking to watch. Like when it was from the time that it got to 15-13 to the time that it got to like, you know, just up until the end, pretty much. Like from like midway through the third quarter on was like the time when it was like, okay, this game is like coming down to the wire here, and this is gonna be like really interesting, and it turned out to be like really nerve wracking. It was just because we just needed this win and we got it, thank God. But yeah, Eagles beat the Falcons. I don't understand what it is about us beating these teams that we're easily projected to lose to because of the kind of seasons that these teams are having. And then, like for example, Minnesota, they were 5-0 coming into the game at the Link, and we destroyed them on both sides of the ball. And then the Falcons today, it wasn't a decisive win, but, you know, we finally finished a football game at the end and, like, kind of, I guess, came from behind and won the game. So that was pretty awesome. And then, yeah. Yeah, we definitely finished a football game at the end and didn't screw ourselves over and lose the game for ourselves. So that was awesome. So, yeah. Eagles bounce back and get the win today at the Link. 24-15, I'm sorry. 9-point win. And, yeah, definitely a big one. This was an awesome Sunday. The Eagles win and Kyle advancing to the championship race. I will definitely, right before this, I uploaded my reaction to the Phoenix race. That was nerve-wracking as hell. I said in that video that was like the most nerve-wracking NASCAR thing I've ever watched in my life, but actually that was the most nerve-wracking NASCAR thing I've ever watched in my life was the last 7 laps of the Homestead race last year. Oh my God, that was stressful. Like on the restart when the yellow came out for the debris, that was nerve-wracking. Oh my Lord. But other than that, that's about all I have. So yeah, I'm definitely, what was I saying? I'm gonna do the same thing for the championship race next week when it comes down to the wire and everything. Probably even like I'll do like a bunch of clips like reacting to the whole race. Well, no, I actually don't think I'm gonna do that. I'll probably just do the end of the race because I'm probably gonna be watching the Eagles game. So, like while the race is going on. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. Eagles get the W today. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next week for the Seattle game.